All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Salito. All right, before I jump into the video, this is not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Please don't look at me as a financial advisor, and I definitely don't want to fucking be one. Everything that comes out of my mouth in this video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. So whatever you do with your bread is what you do with your bread. All right. So first, we're going to talk about AMC, and then we're going to jump into Sofi, and then we're also going to jump into GME, Shib, and Spy. So this video may be a little longer than expected, but I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible for you guys. So AMC right now, as you can see, this is a new area that I decided to pick out. That kind of adds up with the algos that's going on at hand right now in the present time. Your right hand side is your ancient past, and of course left hand side is your present time. So as you guys can see, yellow to red, and then obviously the downtrend. You can see the downtrend of the bottom of the descending wedge. You got your blue, it bounces up, goes up to the green, blue bounces up to green, green creates a U, goes straight into the orange, green creates a U, goes straight into the orange, and then we create some form of a V, and then it goes up into the purple. While I think that V was actually made right here, and then we started trading sideways, and then came into the purple, and then we got our drop down, which is actually what you can see right now, which basically what we're playing out now. Today was actually not too bad. For today, we actually ended up creating a double bottom on the daily chart based off what I'm looking at on TradingView. It's looking good. Everything is still tracking perfectly. I'm just waiting for a breakout of this macro descending wedge on the daily chart, and hopefully God say the same, we start seeing some form of movement to the upside once we break out. As you can see over here on this side in the ancient past, we do have some type of touch on the bottom of the descending wedge, as you can see right here. And today we actually did the same thing by touching the descending wedge again. So things are looking pretty good in my opinion. As of right now, we have a few places that we need to go ahead and break before we actually decide to get up to around the $8.50 range. I still think it's going to happen, and I still think it's going to happen sooner than later. But above all, AMC is still looking good. I'm just sitting back waiting on waiting on a few places to a few spots as far as price action goes to go ahead and be touched, and hopefully we can break. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about right now with AMC on another chart. So bear with me real quick. Okay, so this is another chart of AMC's daily right here. As you can see right here down at the bottom on the MACD, you have your MACD about to get ready to touch your signal line. As you can see, the purple is starting to fade. We're about to get ready to go back into the green eventually, if sooner than later. I'm thinking most likely next week. As you can see right here, you see your CHOCH. This is basically change of character. So we basically broke up under that change of character and shot back up again, and then we was rejected. And this is basically your equal highs. So the equal highs kept descending. As of right now, you can see that we're still inside the discount area, which is pretty good in my opinion for you to be able to to average down, do what you feel is best, buy as many shares as you want, buy as many options as you want. I'm not a financial advisor. What you're going to do is what you're going to do with your money. But, this kind of gives you an idea where you want to go with things. But as of right now, it looks like the next area that we have to break is right up in this area, which is the next premium spot, which is around 450 all the way up to around basically 495, basically touching out $5. And once we break that, will actually end up possibly squeezing even harder, which, as you saw from the ancient past on the last chart that I just showed you of AMC before jumping over to the single chart, The next one would be around $6.14 all the way up to 6.50. And the very moment that we break that, we'll be around the equilibrium area, which is around $7. But I still think that once we break somewhere around that $7 range, well, I'm sorry, let me rewind. Once we break around that $4.50 range, then there's a high possibility, in my opinion, that we're gonna end up possibly doubling that, and we're possibly gonna gap over the equilibrium area. So AMC looks very good, in my opinion. This is your previous weekly high of 376, rounded off. Your previous weekly low is around 293, and now we have a previous your previous low for the daily is 278, along with a previous daily high of around 291. So we're still in that discount zone, and as you can see, the discount zone is actually holding up for us. The bottom is technically in, and we're just bouncing off of the bottom of that discount zone. So if it were me, this would be the time where I would be actually buying as many shares as I possibly can. Not financial advice. But other than that, AMC looks good. AMC looks very, very good. Let me pull out my phone real quick, give you guys an idea of what's going on in after hours right now. So in after hours right now, we're actually up at $2.83. We're up 1.7%. And if I were to think right now as far as price action goes for tomorrow, I would honestly think somewhere around hopefully around $2.90. We need to break $2.90, and if we break $2.90, then get ready to see that $3 range again. And after that, once we break $3, in my opinion, and we stay above $3, then there's a slight chance that that's confirmation that our bottom is in. So take that with a grain of salt. But if shit hits the fan, then there's a slight possibility that we're going to end up going down to possibly around $2.70. And this is me talking about tomorrow, okay? So, like I said, take that with a grain of salt, okay? All right, so now let me go ahead and jump over to GameStop now. Try to get all the big stuff out the way. I haven't done no updating with GameStop, so you just got to bear with me, okay? But GameStop actually did pretty decent today as well. So let me go ahead and readjust this real quick. Go ahead and get it back to where everything is, from where I feel we have our ancient pattern, but basically where I feel what we're playing out right now. GameStop did pretty fucking awesome today, in my opinion. Got a nice pullback, and then after that, by like mid trading day, we ended up started moving like super freaking fast to the upside, and I think we ended up being ending the day around 4.6%, around $11.29, which is pretty fucking good in my opinion. So yeah, but here we go right here. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. So as always, this is pretty self-explanatory. Pink goes up. Well, I'm sorry. Left side is your ancient past. Right side is your present time. So on your left side, as you can see with the pink arrow where it starts at, we end up moving to the upside, create a nice little peak to the orange. Does the same thing over here, and then we get that U drop, and then we go straight into the purple. Now right here, I feel that this was kind of over drastically done, but it's still a U in my opinion. I don't know why I have this one still in there. Let me delete that. But yes, this is basically a U as well into the purple, and then purple drops all the way down to the white arrow. Purple does a drastic drop all the way down to the white arrow, and we're still creating that bottom. I feel that we're doing some of this right now, like we're just trading sideways. But as you can see as well over here on the MACD as well, that you're starting to get a lot of discoloration from the red going from dark to light. And also you can see that the MACD, which is your blue line, and your orange line is the signal line. Your blue line is about to pass the orange line. So things are about to get ready to start ramping up, in my opinion, on GameStop. Now, as far as the high goes, I'm still going with $21. If we go any higher than $21, then I would possibly think $25. Not financial advice. This is only my opinion. And then after that, we'll get a nice slight pullback. And then after that, who knows? But of course, I'll keep you guys updated on that. So as far as after hours go, after hours right now, GME is sitting at $11.30, only up 1 cent, so basically 0.09%. In my opinion, if we break 1148, then we might as well get ready to see the 1170s area, but we have to break 1148 first, at least by tomorrow. If shit hits the fan, then there's a possibility that we can possibly go all the way down to $10.87, which in my opinion, I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're about to continue moving to the upside now. Let me go ahead and readjust this real quick. I'm gonna just move this over. So GME is looking very good. I don't have a time frame on when all of this is going to happen, but my price action is still the same, and I'm going to stick to it, okay? But like I say, take everything with a grain of salt, and, not financial advice, none whatsoever. You do what you feel is best for you. Okay, so now let's go on and go over here to the SPY, and then I'm going to talk about Shib, and then I'm going to jump into Sofi. Okay, so now let me go and let this load up. So we have the SPY here, and right here, as you can see, I'm gonna leave the right hand side as our let me pull this in a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, so your right hand side is basically going to be your present time right now, while on the left hand side, which what I'm trying to fix right now for you guys, is going to be your ancient past. Okay, so yellow arrow goes all the way up to red. Yellow arrow goes all the way up to red. Basically, it gapped up in the past, and then it got up to the red, and then it caused a nice little push down, flash crash, but I labeled it as a gap down. And basically it did the same thing over here as well too. Went all the way up, made a gap down, create a nice little George W, to the green right here as well. And now moving up from the green to the blue, moving on up from the green to the blue, and blue arrow shoots up, creates a peak, comes back down to the white arrow, blue arrow goes up, peaks out, and now we're waiting for it to reach the bottom right here towards the white arrow, where the white box I have drawn out is at. I think, what was it, 2 days ago or yesterday, I believe. I think it was the day before yesterday. In one of my videos, I did call out that we was actually going to get a nice pullback, and we actually ended up getting that pullback starting yesterday, as a matter of fact. So what I'm looking at right now, as you can see right here, we have a red arrow. This basically indicates, this is a pivot reversal indicator. So basically this is letting me know that it's still more downside coming, in my opinion. And then after that, once we bounce down to possibly around the 504 to 507 range, then there's a possibility that we'll get our bounce, and then we'll end up moving back up towards to new all-time highs. As of right now, I'm thinking 530, and then after that, another pullback, and then we'll continue going higher and higher. And I feel, in my opinion, before the year is out, we're going to be around possibly 550 to no higher than 575. Yeah, the price range is a little gappy like, but that's what I'm looking at right now. But make a long story short, it's tracking perfectly, and honestly, in my opinion, everything looks good. So far, so good on the SPY, but basically from looking at it, it's self-explanatory on how everything is looking. So take that with a grain of salt. All right, so that's enough about SPY. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I go any further, with the SPY and after hours, we're up at $518.35. So basically, we have a 35 cent gain, basically 0.07%. If I were to guess, in my opinion, if we were to continue going to the upside tomorrow, then there's a possibility that we can end up going to touch around 519 to 520. But if shit hits the fan, of course, and we end up going to the downside, then get ready to see $514, in my opinion. Okay? Not financial advice. So now let's go ahead and move over to Shib. And then after Shib, we'll go ahead and talk about Sofi. Sofi did pretty decent today. That was a few of us inside the Discord made some money off of Sofi today. So yeah, it was a pretty decent day for us. Okay, so Shib. Shib, basically self-explanatory as well as all the other ones that I'm showing. Still have the orange descending trend line right here showing as well. Let me go ahead and extend this out a little bit. About right. Let me see, about right there. Okay. So Shib is still doing his thing, trading sideways. As you can see, of course, as well on the MACD indicator, that it's starting to go. It's starting to get ready to go to the green. It's actually fading out from the dark red, going into the light red. MACD and the signal line are very, very close to each other, which I feel the MACD line is actually about to cross the signal line, most likely, in my opinion, sometime this week, over the weekend, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. Whoop-de-doo, right? Right now, my numbers are still the same. As of right now, Shib is trading at 2,760ths of a penny. It needs to break, in my opinion, 3,607ths of a penny. And then once we break 3,607ths of a penny, then we're probably going to get that slow climb to the upside. But based off how everything is looking right now and how this part is taking so long to play out, since it's trading sideways so hard, there's a possibility that we can probably just end up seeing like 2 or 3 nice legs moving up to the upside, going towards 11,664 of a penny. Excuse me. Now, I feel that at 11,664 of a penny, I feel that that's going to be our peak. Now, if we peak there, great. If we don't, there's a possibility that we can go higher. Cool. But in my opinion, I think 11,664 of a penny is going to be the peak, and then we're going to get a pullback. But in my opinion, as of right now, with Shib is actually primed and ready to go. I just feel that the powers that be, the powers at hand right now, are actually lagging this out because they're trying to shake people out before, they let it go. That's usually how the stock market works or whatnot. Basically, try to shake out as many paper hands, as many weak hands as you can, and then the less people you got to pay out. But overall, I still think that Shib is about to lose a zero very, very soon. So, you guys be on the lookout for that. But for the time being, I would keep you guys updated on that as well. Shib is looking very good. I really do think that it's going to lose a zero in the near future, like very, very soon. So now it's enough of that one. Let's go ahead and go over to Sofi. Sofi did had a pretty decent day today too. Let me go ahead and change this on over real quick to Sofi. Okay. Push this on over. Okay. So Sofi. Right now, as you can tell with Sofi, we actually ended up hitting our premium zone. As you can see, 3 days ago, we ended up reaching up to the peak of it. ended up rejecting off the top of the premium, came down. We ended up coming out of the premium area just for a slight amount of time for 2 days straight, and then today we ended up jumping right back in there. So I honestly have a feeling that we could possibly trade sideways inside of this premium zone area for probably tomorrow, going into Monday. But there's also a possibility too with us having a double bottom right here on the daily. There's a possibility that we can actually shoot up, break past premium, and go towards the equilibrium area. So tomorrow, in my opinion, I think that if we can break past that $7.70 range tomorrow, then there's a slight possibility that we're gonna be seeing 777 up to probably $7.85 plus. We also have this gap right here too, so you never know. We could probably either slow crawl back up to the up to cover that gap, or we can end up just creating one big pip candle and breaking it, going straight towards the equilibrium zone and going to the next premium zone. So far so good in my opinion. But as far as after hours right now, we're down 2 cents. We're at $7.62, down 0.26%. We need to break 771 tomorrow. If we break 771 tomorrow, then we might be shooting up towards the moon, in my opinion. Well, I'm not gonna say we're gonna moon. We're gonna end up covering a gap most likely. God say the same, in my opinion. If shit hits the fan and we end up getting a rejection off of this premium area right here, this premium zone, then there's a slight chance that we can possibly go back down to $7.47. But so far so good. Looking at the MACD indicator, the MACD is way above the signal line, and it's showing that we're getting a little bit of weakness, but I think that we're gonna end up getting a nice little bounce based off how everything is looking right here from that double bottom. But other than that, we have, what am I missing? We have earnings coming up for Sofi, which is on the 29th of this month. Maybe good, maybe bad. I wouldn't know. I'm not much of a fundamentals guy. I usually go based off my TA. So, like I say, what you do is what you do with your funds. But for me, I'm actually going to be getting more call options. Because like I said, me and my team inside the Discord, we actually made some pretty nice amount of profit today off of Sofi. It was a lot of red, but then at the end of the day, it started making that move back to the upside, and we ended up jumping in a little early, but we still made some profit. So, and I don't think this is over with yet. I honestly think that we're gonna break $8. If we don't have the chance of breaking $8 tomorrow, then I can see us breaking $8 next week, in my opinion. But like I say, take that with a grain of salt, all right? Other than that, we have a strong floor. The discount area, we're not seeing that no more. Right now, as you can see with the red that I have, the red right here, basically, once it turns green, that's letting us know, it's time to make some more money. Obviously, it's basically for call sides. When you see the red, basically, that's make some money for the put side. But as of right now on the daily too as well, we have a blue pivot reversal indicator right here. And with that being said, that just basically is saying that we're about to get ready to get some upside. So I will be watching out for tomorrow from here on out. So yeah. But other than that, AMC looks good, Shib looks good, GameStop looks good, the SPY looks good, SoFi looks good. As always, if there's anything that changes, I will definitely throw a video out as soon as I possibly can. But if you want to get everything real time, you'll have to join the Discord. But of course, as always, like I said, if you want to join the Discord, go and leave a comment down in the comment down at the bottom of this video, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hope to see you guys there. But other than that, you guys have a great night. See you guys tomorrow. Don't let nobody shit in your, shit. Don't let nobody piss in your Cheerios. Don't let nobody get you out of your zone. And try to have a good night, you know. With that being said, you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you guys in the morning, possibly if I see anything change on any of these plays. Salito is out.